You can play this again if you want.
You are the Apex champions.
Yeah, I'm down. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today, we're gonna get better at Apex Legends Ranked. So I got my best game queued up. We're gonna go over all the key decisions and tactics that I use to give me the most kills, the most damage, and the most points in the entire lobby. So if you're new to Apex, welcome. Hope you learn a lot. And if you're a vet, hopefully I can show you some different tactics that I use. And if you got some tips yourself, please leave them down in the comments. Let's all get better starting now. All right, so we're jumping straight into the ranked game. Now, I am not jump master. So when you're not jump master, you have to mercy where they want to choose, but you also need to make sure no one is around your team. Now, if you make sure no one's around your team, land separately. I cannot stress that enough. Land separately. Looking at you, Cheese. Looking at you, Sneaks. Y'all are the worst. I also ask, what do they look for? What kind of weapons they want? And I tell them what kind of weapons I want. Now, since I got my weapons, I don't really have to tell them anything. But that's the way you need to be going forward. You don't need to be fighting over stuff. You need to know what your teammates like the most and give them what they like. That way you can both win. And as you see, there's already 3 teams knocked out. We don't have anybody with us. Whenever you pick your landing, you want to make sure you've got some dead space around you. I used the same tactic back in Warzone when I was doing solos and duos, and even the pro that I hired to teach me said the exact same thing. You want to set yourself up wherever you land that you have dead zones so you can only focus on one area, which is basically what we're doing. And a thing I want to mention, when you get a sniper and you have the longbow or any sniper like that, you want to grab the 4 to 8 times sight. Now, a lot of people look down on it and everything, but it's really, really good for 2 reasons. One, you have multiple sights, so you can look for medium range at 4x, which is actually pretty good for medium range, and you can go and long range, honestly, and you can go super long range with the 8 times. And the second good thing about it, it tells you the distance, so you can match up your shots and just nail them. There's a little bot that flies around right outside that entrance. Every single time we dropped here and he went and shot that bot, and I think he shot it when it was gold, it got a fucking vault key every single time. So I don't know if that's the regular drop rate or not. I'm not sure. These guys actually typed in watch out, so I'm watching out. We got a team coming up behind me. I get to cover. So I try to hold this angle. Notice how I'm right next to the wall. That way I can just pop out, shoot, and jump right back in behind cover. That's something you need to do a lot in this game. So you'll see I just pop in and out, pop in and out. And I just mentioned right now, I told these guys, we do have the storm coming behind us. The circle is in front of us. And if we sit here and wait, these guys are just going to hold us at the storm and just kill us. I mean, we're going to have the storm taken away at us, and we have one little narrow point to get through. So I'm like, guys, we got to move around. To be honest with you, I don't know this area too well, so I thought maybe there's an out here. We do have the team pushing behind us. I know if they peek, I'm going to hit them, waiting for them to peek. Got the shot, 60. You do hear a team behind us walking up. I'm sorry, not a team behind us. They started walking up the stairs, so I didn't even know that was a thing. But now I got this beautiful angle. I tossed a couple grenades. Now, what I should have done is just use my gun to shoot. I just didn't expect them to come, and I was using grenades. Hit him with the R99. Snipe him with the longbow. Instead of reloading R99, I take the longbow shot, slide up, reload, come back down and get him. 2 kills right there. So that's 1 team white. Pay attention to this, guys. Whenever you see an Evo shield, and I got a purple one, right? And it shows me a purple one to switch. It's switching because the Evo to upgrade it is a little bit lower. So this one's 570 points. The purple shield that it showed me probably had about 300 points till it was a red. So just keep that in mind whenever you're picking up shields and you see that, hey, I have a blue one. Why isn't it wanting me to switch to a blue one? It's because it takes less points for that one to rank up to purple. We got another team pushing. So here we go. Same tactics. Keep the high ground. I don't know what the hell that guy was thinking. So I thought I could get him. Should we go around? Jump down. Obviously not. I jumped right back on. No harm done. We do have the storm behind us, so now we got a little bit of pressure. These guys also have pressure themselves. They got to move from the storm, but here we are. The same thing that I did not want to happen was us be kind of forced into this little corridor where they can just hold us. As you see, I'm checking corners. You see how I do the little jiggle peeks? You need to do that so that way, right when you recognize somebody, you can get behind. So we go through and everything. I have my gun out right here because I don't know where the guys are, and I want to make sure I can shoot them. I'd rather keep going. These guys are for sure holding us. There you go. They're shooting us. That's the reason why we didn't go straight into the circle, because we know that team is going to be holding us. They think it's a free kill for them, so we go all the way around. Now, with this being the first circle, you're able to rotate like this. You could spend the whole time in this circle pretty much with just a few med kits and syringes, and you're going to be a-okay. We could literally rotate all the way around the map if we wanted to. I threw that a little bit premature, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure this might be the game where we have some super clutch heat shields also. You'll see here in a little bit. We go into these buildings. The reason why I wait go into the buildings is because I can use that for cover, and they lose sight of vision of me. So they have no idea if I just went straight in, if I kept going. They have no idea. They lost cover of me. So that's why I did it that way. They want to land there at that top. Me personally, I would have gone inside the building. That way we can regroup into cover. But it sounds like that team's already being pushed. So that's why we go out here. You hear the shooting and everything. All right, got my gun out. 2 teams, one on top, one below. Take my free kill. We got to hit those. All right, so I destroyed that. Not sure what team it is. Now, Seer did throw his thing, but this is way too shallow. Seer should have thrown it a little bit further up, to be honest with you. You need to make sure you throw it at the other team, not your team. You want to track them. So I notice here he's pretty much hurt. I go for the push before he can heal. I get the final shots, barely. This guy's trying to make a run for it. This is my favorite, when they turn around after you break their armor. That's my favorite, because it just leaves you up for another shot. 2 down, going for the last one. The bucket's pushing. He gets knocked. I go for the finish. 6 kills right there. Kill leader, baby. Or this is how I do my inventory. So I try to keep 3 stacks of sniper rounds. The reason why is because I kept 2 stacks. But at end game, there's no ammo around. And I ran out of ammo when I had the longbow. And it was like the worst thing ever. On the other side, the R99, I try to keep around 5 or 6 stacks. Everything else, I usually do about 2 medkits max because I am octane, and about 5 syringes. I just keep that way. If I'm in the storm, I can get a way out. And then everything else is going to be shield cells and batteries, except for 1 slot for the Phoenix kit. We're looking at the rotation, so we can go straight to this rotation here. But this is a very popular spot, and you'll see it's right on the edge of the circle, but it's already been looted. There's a lot of people around, and this is kind of a choke point area. I shut all the doors. The reason why I shut the doors, I want to know if there's people coming behind us. I don't want them to be able to sneak in. We do have a team across, so we just take a couple shots. I do have my longbow here. I am purpled all the way out. Once again, I apologize for the quality of the video. But it looks like we have a bloodhound on top. We got a seer below and a lifeline below, I want to say. I'm not sure if you can shoot through those bars or not. Broken armor. But I break his armor. But yeah, okay, so I think you can. And you can shoot the door open. So just like I did, I shot the handle and I shot the door open. Now, something that I should have done that I didn't do is when I had that guy cracked, I should have thrown a jump pad down, slide and hit, just like I just said, slide and hit it and jump over. Right then, I should have gone. I had his armor cracked. He's a couple shots. Could have gone with the whole team, melted him because he's by himself on top. So I said, guys, next time I get him down, I'm going across. And I get freaking melted. Let's Phoenix kit it up. We got 1 minute till the storm comes. We shouldn't have anybody coming up behind us because that's all storm. The only team we could have coming is from back right. So we're looking pretty good right now. Again, we got 45 seconds. We need to start switching over before we have the storm. We don't want the storm to be pushing us. That's the last thing we want. We don't want to be stuck between the storm. We don't want to be rotating already to our spot, finally moving in with the storm, kind of gate holding everybody. So that's what I do. I said, guys, we got to go. We got to leave. We got the storm coming. We need to start rotating early. The reason why I say we need to start rotating early is because we're not in a dogfight with those guys already right now. We took a little bit of a break. They might have stepped away from the windows, so they're not going to be able to get those first shots off of us right when they see us because they're not going to be in position. We run across and everything. I wish he wanted a shot there. Only reason why I wish that is because I don't want to attract attention to us as we rotate. I'm going to try to get to this before they do. And so my thought was those guys are going to try to rotate across. I'd rather grab this building first and start chipping away. It gives us cover from everyone around us. We got doors to protect us, and we can start peeking in and out. They do rotate. They do go across. And so now we have a predicament. We need to get to that building right there. But we don't need to get shot by these guys on the left. I don't know if they're going to be holding us. And we don't need to get shot by anyone on the right that's going to be rotating. There has to be somebody rotating on the right. It's just so big of a part of the map that it's inevitable that someone's going to be rotating there. We do have 5 teams together. All 5 do have the 3 members. So it's 15 total players in the lobby. But we got to be careful. That's why I throw that there. I can slide straight into cover. I might have thrown it a little bit too early, but with the slide, it's almost perfect. So we're here. We're in a very good spot. We're almost in the middle of the circle. That way we know the next circle coming in is probably going to include this building. And it does. It's half of the building is included. As you can see in my thing, my inventory. One thing I want to say is when you grab that 4 to 8 times scope for the longbow or your sniper, I also have a ×3 or a ×2. That way I can switch back and forth. Like when I'm in dogfights or anything like that, I'll use a ×3. Whenever I want to look far across, I'll use the ×4 or ×8. So we keep an eye on those guys. The reason why I don't shoot, I don't want to attract attention to us. We still have those guys that rotated left, but we also need to make sure there's no one coming up from behind. These guys are paying attention to the first team we saw, but I want to make sure no one's coming up from behind because that's the last thing we want is get stuck between two teams. And what do you know? Boom. A team's trying to rotate behind. And we have the upper hand here. Pop a shot at them, let them know where one's purple armor. And we have the height advantage, just like Star Wars. This guy lights me up, but hey, I got a thermal too. Okay, so use my syringe. I love the syringe. I start healing. Then I start moving around because I'm like, if they come from that corner, I don't want them to take an easy shot at me. We also have the team that we first saw on the left, so we got to make sure they don't third party us behind. Our main objective right now is fighting these guys off and making them push around. So that's what we do. As you can see, this would be a terrible push for them to try to come up here. The only way that would work is if they got one of us down and one of us really hurt. So he's taking his shots with the charge rifle. As you can see, they're going across. So that's what we want. Now we get the other team behind us, pushing us. I missed all shots right there. Really sucked it up. But that's okay. We pushed them out of where we are. We do have the protection of the whole building. That building being there is what's keeping these people away from us. It's keeping the team from below pushing us because we had height and we had cover. And it's keeping the team next to us away from us because we have cover. We can jump into the doors and everything. We're fine. So now we just got to wait for this team to go push the first team.
They should be getting pushed from those guys that we pushed away from us.
Exactly. So now we wait. We just got to hold this area, make sure they don't come up from behind us. And boom, they start fighting. So now we get the third party. That's the way you got. Sometimes you got to push teams around. That team that was trying to come up had no idea about the first team we saw. So that's why we pushed them that way. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have gone this way. I look through the smoke with my thermals. Can't see anything. I don't want to overextend too much because I don't want to get shot from behind by another team. 4 squads left. Got the knock. Missed a bunch of shots. He's going to pick up. I'm going to heal real quick while I can. Heal when you can. There's no point of not healing. If your teammates aren't getting shot at or getting pushed, heal. If they're getting shot at and pushed, determine if you need to heal or not. I take a couple shots, let them know, hey, I still see you. I haven't forgot about you. See her with a clutch right there. Wait for him to peek. Got him down. Headshot knock. Octane gets away. I got to get better at those shots. Bloodhound tries to jump over with Octane's pad, which is not going to happen. I'm pretty sure he's in the lava. So he'll be dead in about 3, 2, 1. Boom. You'd love to see it. So now we are out of the circle. We're at the edge of the circle. The first thing I do is I downed somebody and didn't get the kill. So we're going to finish this kill real quick. I don't know if they have a gold chest piece left. And then I noticed my teammate's almost dead. The reason why I didn't push is because if he's going to die right there, I don't want to push into another team of 3. But now I notice he's pushing back a little bit. I'm going to go help him. Remember, there's only 3 squads left. So this is where our tactics, our positioning comes super into play.
20 seconds.
And that's what I just told the team. I said, we need to get into circle. We got 20 seconds. We do have a team held up in there. You can hear the freaking Watson bars. And I was able to jump across without them shooting me. I am away from my team, but the way we have it is almost a triangle going forward. We have these 2 teams fighting in the middle. So now we just got to maneuver ourselves around and start just chipping away at people. They're going to be using cover against them, so they're not going to be noticing. I do have this guy sniping me. I'm going to show him how to really snipe. He runs, he goes down. We do have 1 above and 1 below. That's what I know so far. I still know there's 1 above. Now there's 2 below, because that's a seer. We crack him, we crack him. He drops his ult right there. Remember, you can shoot the ult 180 damage is what it takes to throw it away. He wasted his ult. That was a terrible move by the seer right there.
I'm about to have my jump. Or actually, I'm going over.
I was going to wait for the jump, but then I have this, so I'm going over. I'm going to see if I can crack this guy real quick. It's a lifeline now. That's what we need. 2 headshots right there. I wait a second because I want to see if he's going to be trying to heal. He doesn't, so I go for the push. go for the kill. She was on her self-revive. Try to split up the team. So I take left, and I go right back to right. I use the cover. They don't have line of sight on me. I wish you could see that. I knew it was going to do that because I saw it over, but I fucking smoked them. One team left. And boom. There you have it, guys. That is my best ranked game yet. We came out with 11 kills, over 2,500 damage. Hell yeah, baby. Man, my adrenaline was pumping. Last one standing alive, melted them. And that's it. That's my best ranked game yet. It is platinum. I was solo queued, but we came out with 11 kills, 2,500 damage, and we got the most RP points possible. So yeah, if you're new to Apex, hopefully you enjoyed it. You learned some new things. And if you're a veteran of Apex, leave me some comments down below. Let me know some tips that you know that I don't, that I could have done a little bit better. Fury SFX, and my legs are ready to go. Be honest, was that like a good like voice thing? Was that like voice acting? Something like that. I don't know. We'll see.